everyone, welcome to Careers 360. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about CLAT 2026. Guys, CLAT is India's biggest law entrance exam, just like JEE in engineering for IITs, NEET and medical for AIIMS. So let's move ahead and talk about the update regarding CLAT 2026. CLAT 2026 के जो registrations हैं, they are going to begin from the month of August 2025. And it's been actually confirmed by the consortium of NLUs via Careers 360. This is the proof that I want to show you. So this particular examination is most probably going to happen in the month of December, and near about 4 months you people are going to get after the registrations get started. So moving ahead and talking about what is CLAT and why does it matter so much to us. This CLAT examination, if I just talk about, it's national level entrance examination for prominent national law universities. It's conducted by consortium of NLUs, and the courses offered through this particular examination after we clear it up is for UG law courses. It's BA LLB, BBA LLB, BCom LLB and BSc LLB. Talking about the PG law courses, it's LLM basically. So this particular CLAT score has been accepted by 24 NLUs and 60 plus affiliated colleges. Moving ahead and talking about the data. Data regarding how many students appear in CLAT examination, and we are going to provide you the data for the back 2 years, 2024 and 2025. So over here you can have a look for the year 2024. The number of candidates applied were near about 54,800 and the ones who appeared were 53,180. Talking about the previous year 2025, the number of students applied were 62,832 and the ones who appeared were 60,526. Over here you can just have a look on the data category wise. How many number of students applied and how many of them appeared. So this is the data that I want to show you for the year 2025, and this is the data for 2024. Talking about the general category SC, ST, OBC, PWD and EWS. Just have a look. I just want to talk about over here one thing that we do have in CLAT near about 3,500 to 3,700 seats. And for these particular seats, 60,000 applicants means what? It means a success rate of 5 to 6% in CLAT, showing how difficult it is to crack NLUs. Isn't it? Yes. So you have to be under top 100 to get NLSIU. You should have a rank near about 150 to 160 to get NALSA and top 500 to get into Tier 1 NLUs. Remember this particular thing. Fine. So talking about the general category students, their admissions in NLUs close at around 2,800 rank, all India rank I'm talking about, in CLAT 2025. So the highest cutoff for general category was near about 2,855 for NLU Tripura, and it's a new NLU. So if you are a general category applicant without any reservation and getting a rank of about 3,000, it gives you nothing basically if you are aiming for NLUs. Okay, moving ahead and talking about total NLUs. Okay, so overall if I talk about the total NLUs in India, it's near about 26. So 24 NLUs and Euler Goa, okay, so they actually are participating in CLAT. Okay, so there are 26 NLUs, but among those 26 NLUs, only 24 NLUs, they participate in CLAT examination and Euler Goa. So a combined intake of near about 3,500 integrated LLBs basically. Now, NLUs that are not in CLAT, it's NLU Delhi basically, top university, but it conducts a separate entrance exam, AILET. Talking about NLU Meghalaya, so a newly established NLU, it has a separate UG and PG entrance examination. You have to take care of this particular thing. Clear? Moving ahead and talking about the CLAT undergraduate eligibility. So the educational qualification, you should be 12th pass basically or equivalent to it. Talking about the reservation, 45% for general or OBC candidates, 40% for SC, ST, PWD candidates. So candidate must provide the proof of passing at admission time. So you should score near about 45% if you belong to general or OBC category and near about 40% marks if you are belonging to SC, ST, PWD categories. Okay, I hope this is a point that has absolutely been clear into your mind. Moving ahead and talking about the CLAT PG eligibility. Again, the education qualification, if I talk about LLB degree with a minimum of 50% for general category, OBC and NRIs, talking about 45% marks in LLB degree for SC, ST, PWD. So the candidates appearing for their qualifying examination in April or May, they are also eligible to apply. Clear? Age limit, there is no upper age limit. That is what I want to talk about over here to you people. I think this is what you have got. ठीक है, ये वाली बात आप लोगों को अच्छे से समझ में आ गई होगी. Let's move ahead and now talk about something else that we want to talk about regarding the tie breaking thing. See, if two or more students are getting the same marks, so how we actually will differentiate between them? Okay, so the one who is getting the higher marks in legal aptitude section, okay, that will be told, or that will be declared that yes, he or she is superior than the other one. There is no superiority thing, but अगर किसी के भी same marks आ जाते हैं तो differentiate कैसे किया जाए? Okay, on their basically ability. So the thing is, higher marks in legal aptitude section, अगर ये भी सेम है, then we'll be going towards their age. जिसका भी higher age होगा, we'll be considering him or her कि yes, he is the one. Okay, अगर ये भी same है, then there will be a computerized draw of lots. I think that's absolutely fine. Moving ahead and now talking about something we need to talk about regarding the CLAT UG question paper format. So maximum marks 120, duration 2 hours, types of question, MCQ types of questions you are going to get. And herein I want to talk about the total number of questions, 120 questions, 1 mark each. Yes, there is a negative marking. 0.25 marks will be deducted for each wrong answer. Moving ahead, talking about CLAT UG section wise weightage I want to talk about. So over here, subject area, there is English, current affairs, including GK, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, quantitative techniques basically. So the number of questions you can have a look over here. For English language, 22 to 26 questions. If I just straight away go on to the weightage part, so English language is consisting of 20% of the paper, current affairs 25%, legal reasoning 25%, logical reasoning 20%, and quantitative technique is 10% of the paper. I know कि ये जो quantitative techniques है, it's actually consisting of 10% of the paper, but it's actually highly very important because many of you think यार चलो छोड़ के जाते हैं, but you know what, this is the one thing, if you are doing it right, your score will go up. Okay, yes, so you should not leave this particular part of the paper. It's highly important irrespective of the fact that it is consisting of only 10% of the paper. Okay, so give importance to this also. Now if I just talk about English language, okay, talking about English language section, students, please remember one particular thing, that in this section CLAT frequently test vocabulary through comprehension based passages, often asking the meaning of words or idioms contextually rather than directly. And you know what, you need to focus heavily on the inference and the author's intent rather, I should say. So students needs to practice reading editorials, example the Hindu, Indian Express, to enhance their critical reading. That is what I literally want to talk about. Clear? So you need to enhance your critical reading skills if you start practicing the reading of editorials. I repeat it again, Hindu, Indian Express, etc. Clear? So this was about the English language that I want to conclude over here. Now talking about the second thing, current affairs, including GK. Yeah. So you need to remember one particular thing, that this particular section of the CLAT examination, it extensively covers the important developments in the past 8 to 12 months, including the landmark judgment, government policies, international treaties, and many more things. Clear? And it's basically very much important that you should focus more on understanding the context, significance, and the implications of the major events rather than memorizing the superficial facts basically. I think you are getting my point over here. Yeah. Now, moving ahead and talking about the legal reasoning part, as we've already seen कि जो current affairs हैं and the legal reasoning section, it contains the highest weightage of near about 25%. That is what I've mentioned over here to you people, isn't it? So in this section, I'm talking about legal reasoning. In this section, the question revolves around the provided principles applied to hypothetical situations. Listen it to very carefully. So in order to prepare for the legal reasoning section, student needs to focus on papers that have highlighted the issues from contemporary legal debates like data privacy, seditions, okay, fundamental rights, and stay updated on recent landmark judgments. Fine. So on legal aptitude, although no prior knowledge of law is required, that's what consortium says. But some familiarity with legal knowledge basically, like if I talk about maxims, legal current affairs, will certainly going to help you out. Okay, so to what extent legal knowledge can be tested? There might be a question in your mind. It is a bit controversial or debatable for this. There is a question on contract law that was asked the last year, and this question was challenged by students for being out of the syllabus, if you remember. So for testing prior knowledge of law, but Supreme Court, it upheld the question. Now this is likely to remain the standard for coming CLAT examination too. So students should prepare accordingly. Well, let me tell you the books that I want to recommend you for the legal reasoning part. It's the Legal Awareness and Legal Reasoning for Basic Legal Concepts and Reasoning Questions. Universal's CLAT guide, basically a lot of legal reasoning questions for practice with explanation and how to solve them is mentioned there. Talking about if I just talk about LexisNexis, basically legal aptitude for CLAT and other law entrance examination. So these are some of the recommended books. I just want to advise you people that go through them. Now let's just talk about the common topics you should study for legal aptitude. For example, if I just talk about the personal laws, Hindu Muslim law, in a way Uniform Civil Code, laws of contract, okay, Juvenile Justice Act ho gaya, void and voidable marriages, data protection laws, cyber laws, environmental laws. So these have been asked frequently in the previous years. While in depth, the knowledge is naturally not required. Some familiarity will be helping you out people over here. Clear? So now if I just talk about the logical reasoning part, if I now just talk about logical reasoning, so in this particular section, if I talk about for logical reasoning, I'm talking about questions primarily test reasoning skills involving argument, assumptions, conclusions, and weakening or strengthening of the statements. It's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. So, but apart from the critical thinking, students must focus on sitting arrangement, assertion and reasoning type of the questions, and many more. So my dear students, pay close attention to differentiating factual information from opinions or assumptions and focus on analytical ability questions. I think you got this particular point, isn't it? Yes. So this was about the logical reasoning. Now I just want to talk about quantitative techniques, often overlooked as a section, okay, as it contains the least weightage of near about 10%. But yeah, it plays a major role in having a good rank, a good marks in CLAT examination. So in all other section, since it is comprehension based question, okay, it is not necessary all the answers marked will be correct. But yes, in quant, since it is calculation based question, so chances of errors are very, very much less. Remember this particular thing. So this section basically emphasis on tables, pie chart, bar graphs, uses of using the data sets based on social, economical or business context, enhance your ability to interpret the real life scenarios mathematically. So you need to practice the speed calculations involving the percentage, averages, ratios extensively. Okay, so this is a whole particular thing that I wanted to say you regarding the section-wise weightage of English, current affairs, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, and quantitative aptitude. I hope you have got each and every point clear over here. But one more important thing before I just move ahead, I just want to say that time management is one of the biggest challenges that the students face, isn't it? So in order to read about 10,000 plus words in 2 hours, then to comprehend them and answer them is the big challenge. So you have to practice a lot with the mock papers, with the previous year questions that we'll be providing you at Careers 360 platform, isn't it? So this is what I've actually talked about English language section. You are going to get the passage near about 450 words. Reading level 12 standard ka hoga. And what is basically the skills tested over here, your fast reading skill, comprehending the core idea, the vocabulary, and the conclusions. Okay, talking about the current affairs and the GK section, same you are going to get the passage. Okay, near about 450 words from the news and the journalistic sources. So यहाँ पर आपका क्या स्किल टेस्ट हो रहा है? द नॉलेज ऑफ इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स, अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ आर्ट एंड कल्चर. लीगल रीजनिंग सेक्शन के बारे में मैंने काफी डिटेल में आप लोगों को बताया है. अगेन द पैसेज ऑफ नियर अबाउट 450 वर्ड्स, कोई प्रायर नॉलेज रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट द general awareness of legal and moral issues are going to help you out there. Talking about the logical reasoning section, people, again a short passage, and they are going to test your critical thinking and argument analysis. Quantitative techniques, as I already told you, I know it is containing the least percentage of the paper, but yes, it's very, very important in order to increase your marks and your ranks. Let's now talk about NLUs that are participating in CLAT 2026. So talking about NLUs, the 24 NLUs that are participating in CLAT 2026. Herein I'm going to talk about each and every NLU. Fine. Talking about NLSIU Bangalore, or you can say NLU Bangalore. It was actually established in the year 1986. It belongs to the state Karnataka, and talking about its median salary as per NIRF 2024, it's 16 lakhs and NIRF ranking is 1. Okay, so I just want to talk about of these NLUs which I'm talking about over here regarding the 24 NLUs, including ULER Goa. It's not an NLU and I'll be talking about it, need not to worry. So of these, the top 12 to 15 NLUs are very, very good. They are actually absolutely very good. So lower ranked NLUs are yet to establish themselves, clear? While they are also going to provide an NLU tag, but are still far behind the Tier 1 and Tier 2 NLUs. Okay, among all these, NLU Bangalore is the top law school in the country, consistently ranked number 1 in NIRF for last 6 to 7 years. One of the best campuses and known for intense academic environment. Okay, so from top 100 rankers, 85 to 90 students basically they opt for NLU Bangalore. Okay, so they have basically increased the intake in BA LLB programs aggressively in the recent years, now offering about 310 seats. 310 seats basically. Clear? So allow more students to study there. Talking about Nalsar, Hyderabad now, and it is basically the second most prestigious, yet it is third in NIRF ranking. So those basically who miss NLU Bangalore would generally go to Nalsar. Okay, yeah. Followed by NLU Kolkata. Fine. After this, NLU Jodhpur. Then it's GNLU Gandhinagar and NLU Bhopal basically. So if I just talk about them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. These 6 NLUs are informally put together as Tier 1 NLUs. Placement median salary is actually ranging between 15 to 16 lakhs. Clear? If I talk about the Tier 2 NLUs, we have NLUs such as MNLU, Mumbai, one of the fastest growing in the recent year. I'm talking about MNLU, this NLU. Clear? Talking about NLU Lucknow, NLU Odisha, NLU Patna, NLU Raipur, Ranchi, Patiala. They are actually also belonging to Tier 2 NLUs. Fine. So herein you can have a look on the median salary range, their NIRF ranking, everything that I want to talk about. Moving ahead, and now if I just talk about GNLU Silvassa. So it's an off campus of GNLU Gandhinagar. a Tier 1 NLU, recently established. I'm talking about GNLU Silvassa campus. But still, it cannot be put together with NLU Gandhinagar. But yes, the students are often confused about this. Talking about Tier 3 NLUs, which are newly established or not very well established yet, cutoffs go low for them. So if you get into Tier 3, it's better to compare your options with non-NLUs and then decide. Non-NLUs such as, if I talk about Symbiosis Pune, Jindal, Nirma University, GLC Pune, GLC Mumbai, ILS Pune, they are much better options. Clear? So herein, I have actually talked about them. Now, lastly, I want to talk about ULER Goa, the latest edition. It is not an NLU nor a government university like NLUs. It was established by Bar Council of India, Trust Pearl. Okay, so basically, if I just talk about ULER Goa, it's a private university established in the year 2022 basically. Students might think that it's a government university. And you know what? The fees of ULER Goa is actually highest among all the participating universities in CLAT. 5-year LLB will cost you near about 50 lakh at ULER Goa in comparison to the NLU having an annual fee ranging from 2 lakhs to 4.5 lakh, highest in NLU Bangalore. So LLB can cost you 15 to 20 lakhs in NLU, far more reasonable in comparison to ULER Goa. Clear? So people, this is what I want to talk about. Now these are some of the universities other than top law schools accepting the CLAT score, in which it has been Delhi University that has been included. Delhi University is actually going to have its separate registration form for the law program. But yes, it actually accepts the score of CLAT. Clear? IPU Delhi, BITS Law School and so forth. Basically, these are some of the few top law schools that are actually accepting the CLAT score. Moving ahead, talking about, guys, इतना सब कुछ मैंने आपको बता दिया that what is basically the subject wise weightage. But yes, we need to prepare some of the mock tests, and here we at Careers 360 are actually providing you the online free mock test, the link of which has been given to you in the description box. Click on it and you will get this particular interface. Fill your details and start practicing now. Okay, moving ahead, we do have other resources for your CLAT examination preparation. Like if I talk about the mock test, talking about the CLAT sample papers, the previous year questions. So the link of which has been provided to you in the description box. This is the interface which will look like. Okay, so also I just talked about initially CLAT mock test with solutions. So this is what you are going to get over here at Careers 360 for preparing your CLAT 2026 examination. So people, this is all from my side regarding CLAT 2026. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do hit the like button, subscribe the channel and share this particular video among all your friends so that they can have a deep dive idea regarding the CLAT 2026 examination. Till then, take care and bye-bye.